Okay, cool, bro. So just a little bit about you and what you do, and yeah.
Alright. So kia ora. My partner Tony, who she just shared just before about her experience with addiction and her journey with addiction. So I'm not stoned. I've just had a couple of teary moments over there, so she got me good. So yeah, it was beautiful to hear her speak. Thank you, honey, for sharing. So my name's Justin, father of 6. We got 2 muckles. So I'll start from where we are today. So
Yep.
where I am today. So I've got a business. I've got a concrete business. We've got a concrete business. We've got a cleaning business, and they're going pretty good at the moment. So it gives us a lot of flexibility to be able to do things that we weren't able to do with our 3 big kids. So yeah, yep, money's all good. So we're okay in those departments, finances. We own our own house. So we're doing pretty good. So those are some good rewards there have come out from my addiction through my addiction. So, um,
What makes
where
you
do I
want to
start?
share your story today, bro?
Well, I want to share my story because I just want to let people know that it's addicts, or if you're in struggles, there is you can get out of it. You can fight. Just got to fight for yourself, fight for your family, fight. Just every day is a battle when you're trying to be sober and clean. And I just want it to be seen from an addict's point, someone that's I'm still in recovery. So just to let partners know of an addict that it does get better. Okay. Also maybe support him or her, whatever they're going through, but don't baby them. You know, don't baby them. Just support them. Tans was so good at that. She was great at it. So I'm a recovery meth addict. So my addiction was meth. For 10 years, I was addicted to meth. I am clean 4 years, and that's solid, truthful, clean 4 years,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
proud as of it. Honestly, be the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Ever had to do. It's been the hardest thing I've had to do. It's coming up 4 years. Yeah, coming up 4 years now. I was 2 weeks clean when I went to my first CWK meet and greet. It was at Sister Rose's house. So
Yeah.
yeah, I was 2 weeks clean, and before that I was a year clean. But then I used that 2 weeks before. So I've gone in and out of relapse. I've gone a year without using, and then I've used again. Something's come up for me, and then I've just used.
Where did it all begin, bro?
Geez, so I don't know. I shared my in one of the last campaigns about sexual abuse. I never actually thought that it was my addiction had anything to do with my sexual abuse, but as I've come to understand myself, is that I used to forget. So I was addicted to marijuana as well. Okay. I used to cultivate marijuana. So I used to cultivate marijuana. I used to grow. Now I was pretty good at it too. I was pretty good at doing that. So that was one of the good things. The things I was good at. I don't know if it's a good thing, but
There's a lot of people that take pride in being good
yeah,
at
and I was looking good at that. I was good at that, and it was just. And at the time, meth was just coming on the scene, sort of thing, and I was just getting it handed to me for free. A bag here, a bag there, and then I was just slowly starting to enjoy that enjoy that life, and just it made me feel 100% all the time, every
Yeah, what
day.
was it doing for you? How was it making you feel?
Oh fuck, I felt good. I felt real good. I felt like I could do a million things that I couldn't normally do as being myself. Um, you know, I I'll tell you, okay, so this is what I always say. So, yeah, I could do a million things, but I wasn't doing those million things right. So I had fucking a million fucking brilliant ideas, but fucking none of them was coming to fruition, eh?
Yes.
And yeah, so I was, but saying that, there was other things that was happening. My family was You know, it was affecting my family, but I didn't. I'll be honest, I didn't care. I didn't care what was going on for my family at the time. I was selfish. I was being selfish. Um, my partner was. She was happy with our son.
Were you purposely trying to hide it from her?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I was definitely hiding it. I was. Like Tan says, that I was changing bank accounts so that I could just be in control of our finances.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was hiding it all the time. I was lying, telling her that I was here, that that but I was out with my mates. I was out with my mates partying it up. And I never ever thought about my family, what was going on for them, and all of that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did it come out to Tan?
She's a smart woman.
Yeah.
She's a smart woman. So yeah, I was just like I was saying. I was doing a million things, but I wasn't doing any of them right. I was losing track of what I was up to. The lies. I was losing track of all my lies. Money was just, it was. We were struggling at that point. We were struggling. Money was hard to come by. And so, saying that, Whānau, I had a pretty good job. I had a real successful job. I had a business at the time that was successful, and we had money, but I wasn't putting that money in the right places.
Yeah.
But I keep saying to my partner that, oh no, there's nothing. There's no money there. We haven't got any. It's all going on bills. It's all going on the work. But no, it was just going on what I wanted to do. To be honest, it was just going in the pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think it started to come into. It started becoming aware to me when. So I had a real good job, and then they were starting to tap onto what was going on. So everyone that was around me at the time was all hooked. We were all hooked on it, and I was running this company pretty much by myself. I had the workers, but I had all the workers were hooked, and we were slowly getting found out. Just things weren't getting done right, jobs weren't getting done properly. And then they drug tested us, and then I knew that it was pretty much coming to an end. But I was still hiding it from Tans. Tans had a fair idea what was going on, but I was still hiding it. I was saying, no. I've tested, I'm negative, but fuck, I don't know how that happened, how I became negative. But we were found out, and then they just decided to scrap that. They decided to just get rid of those positions, so then my position became things. So then I got a payout, but then blew that, and then had no job. The business that we were running ended up going under, using the money for my addiction, lying, and just hiding everything from my partner. And it was some dark times. It was real dark.
What was the turning point?
Turning point was no job, no business, no family,
Rock bottom,
no money, rock bottom. Tan's pretty much said to me, it's either us or this addiction. And I tried to integrate it into our family, trying to make it look all this big pretty picture that we could do this, I could do this, and we could be a happy family still. That's how deep in my addiction I was.
Yeah.
I just thought that I tried to
why can't we make this all
yeah,
work?
Yeah, that's right. I was like, man, we could all do this. I could still use, and we could still be a family. But no, fuck, there's no way that was ever going to work. And I'm grateful today for that experience.
Yeah.
I had to hit rock bottom to actually get out of, to actually want to grow and learn and will start to heal.
Yeah.
To be honest, because I hadn't healed, and then I started. So I cut all my ties with everybody that I used with. Cut all my mates that I knew. So it was pretty much. I made the decision that I wanted my family. Okay, it wasn't an easy journey.
Yeah.
Believe me, I relapsed. But I was the one that made the decision, because I was the one that I had to do it. I knew what I had to do. I got help. I looked for help. Fucking some of the services were rubbish.
Hey.
They were rubbish. Yes, so it was just a number. Some fucking Hutt Valley DHB was terrible. Their addiction services is rubbish. At the time, sorry, I don't know what it's like now, but at the time it wasn't helpful at all. It was a number. Lady forgot my name and I had been going to her for like 3 weeks. I'm like, bro, you can't even remember my name. So, but it didn't make me want to. I felt like I wasn't getting helped.
Yeah.
I tried to book myself into rehab because it was getting real bad, and then I just kept getting put on hold, and I felt like it was failing. I felt like I was failing. Just sometimes I just wanted to cry. I'm just like, fuck, I'm trying to help myself. I want help. And there just wasn't any help out there. And then we met Joe. Tans talked about Joe, and Joe, this lady saved my life.
Hey.
Yeah, and she had just given us the right tools, and at that time we had lost connection with Joe, and then she rang me and says, we've been talking, and said to me that I will never have anything to do with you again, just if you keep using. You can't keep using. And that really hit me hard, like fucking hit me real hard, because she had helped me through my violence. So my addiction led to violence, led to abuse, led to an unsafe home, screaming the house down, breaking shit, fucking breaking my partner's heart. And so then I made the decision that I didn't want to do this anymore. I'd come home and my family weren't okay. You could tell I could just see they weren't okay. So made the decision to really dig deep and get some real help. Joe helped me with some more counselling, so I got some proper counselling. Hop, if you're watching, thank you, brother, saved me. Really saved me, bro. I was in some dark times there, and you just didn't even know you from, never even met you before, just held my hand, bro, and just let me speak my truths, and I really appreciate that. I'm not perfect, whānau. I still struggle today with my mental health, but I'm using tools that I've learnt over the years to help me with that. My addiction, I think about using. I think about how I felt when I used, but I don't feel like deep down I don't want to use. I made that decision a long time ago that I don't want to use.
And like, you know what the fucking consequences are, eh? Like, even sometimes I think about it, and then I think, fuck, man, I'd lose everything I fucking have worked hard for, my children, fucking all of that, and it's just like, put that on a scale, it doesn't come close anymore, eh?
You're so right, sis. And the thing is, I didn't, I had that too. I had that, and I never thought of it that way when I was, at that time. But yeah, it just takes some growth. I just think, I just needed to grow up more, and just take responsibility for my own shit.
Did you feel like that you needed to deal with your trauma because maybe you had turned to the drugs to kind of put a blanket over that trauma?
Yeah, well, thanks for bringing it up, sis, because yeah, I spoke about that at the start because yeah, so trauma. So yeah, sexually abused when I was younger, when I was 9 or 10 for years, sexually abused. I thought it was okay. You know, I thought that was just normal. Thought it was normal. My parents never ever. I was never surrounded around by alcohol and drinking and drugs. My mum and dad kept me away from it, just so I never saw it. But yeah, my cousins sexually abused me, and so that was where we were. We were there every weekend with our cousins, and I thought it was just normal to do that. Yeah, so I used cannabis to block that all out. Trauma. I've lost close friends to suicide, and that was hard for me to go through. And I had no tools when I was younger. I didn't know how to look for those tools as well. Yeah, and then losing my mum was a big factor for me.
Mm.
She was just my first love, my mum. And yeah, there was a big loss for me in my life. And yeah, and then at that same time was my partner losing all the love that we had loved ones we had lost in our life. So at that time I just went off the rails and just kept using and it. Made me feel better, made me on top of the world again. You know, it was 100. You know, it was, yeah, so mask that trauma. So having now that I'm not using, it's a lot clearer to me. I'm able to process it a lot more. And yeah, just work on myself. I think a better version of myself. You know, work on a better version of myself. And Tans did mention too that I started to loiter in the background on the lives, loitering, and I could hear some of the stories that you were saying, sis, and I was going, fuck, she's crack up. I was like, fuck, I've got nothing on there. Fuck, what do I got to complain about? Fuck. So fucking sis, you saved me too, sis. Your stories, your lives were just amazing, and they helped me pull through those real hard times. Hey, because I think you were about a year, but cleaner than me, sis. I think.
Yeah.
So at that time, so we were going through the same sort of thing, and that was amazing for my journey.
And I like how Tan said as well, hearing me say, like, you know, fucking just thinking about meth, how you wouldn't kind of admit to her that today you were thinking about meth. Because you don't want to admit it out of fear of being guilty, like feeling like you're guilty for thinking about it.
Yeah.
But it's not just, it's something you can't just fucking turn off. I still have dreams about it. Getting cooked as fucking, I wake up like, shit, have I still got the kids?
I should laugh because I know what you mean, sis.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And I felt like I was still using. I was like, fuck, hang on, no, I'm not using. But I felt real guilty inside. I felt real bad.
Having those thoughts.
Yeah, having those thoughts, and I couldn't share it. I just couldn't share it with anyone, you know. And that was what I was saying. That's when I went to see Hop, and that's where I started to open up, and really,
So what kind of advice would you give for other males? Like, you know, you spoke about the services not being that fucking good. Like, what could they do?
So I went on a bit of a hikoi. So I done men's medicine. Leno, who's the founder of men's medicine in Australia, I followed him. So one of our cousins tapped me onto it, and it was about men healing. So we went on a hikoi. We done what was it?
To a waterfall?
Yeah, we done a 12-hour hike through to a waterfall, and we released all of that. It was just sharing about, you know, with men that have been through the addiction, violence, sexual abuse, through all walks of life. Didn't know anyone, just the cuzzy, and we all shared, and a lot of breath work. So yeah, I just keep searching, sis. I keep searching. Brothers, you gotta search. Sisters, if you're in the same spot, you gotta keep searching. You gotta, you're worth it. Your family's worth it. Your children are worth it. You know, you're worth it. To be able to just be hungry, because I was hungry to want to be clean. You've got to be hungry to actually want to be clean, whānau, yeah. And I think just don't beat yourself up. If you have a bad day, just get up the next morning, get back on the waka and just keep going, eh? If you use again, all goods. Go back, fucking reset, restart again, eh? Just maybe our problems might be the biggest gift that we can ever have. You know, because if you can turn your problems around, if you can turn these around, and you know, your past, your old life could be the best story you could ever tell. Yeah, so I just reckon, just don't give up. But you have to do it. You have to do it. You have to want to do it.
And what about for whānau who are with partners?
I think I said at the start, I think maybe support, okay, support them, but don't baby them, you know, but you have to make sure that you want to go down that journey, because it's a long, hard road. You know, it's not an easy road, fun. You're gonna need to make it clear now that it's a hard road, and you need to make sure you want to go down that journey with them. And if that person's, you know, bless my partner, I was worth it to her to want to carry on with that journey. If you know that if you've got these connections, you know,
fight for them.
Fight for them. That's right. Because opposite of addiction is connection. Just reconnect with each other and just support him, but support him or her. Sorry, but just don't baby them.
Do you think what Tans did by kind of laying down those boundaries and saying, well, actually, this is where the line is, and you need to go and do this? Do you think that helped you?
Oh yeah, that definitely helped me. Well, it's pretty much the same, plain and simple. Fucking, this is what it is, bro. If you ain't coming to the party, bro, then you're not going, boot it. Hey, so yeah, that helped me heaps, because it was, and I know, and you know, I respect too for that. And
see, like, because I needed to go to jail to get that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have anyone like that to say, hey, this is what it fucking is, like that.
Yeah.
Where Tans, it sounds like she did that for you. And then you were like, yep, nah, fuck that. I need to turn my shit around. Yeah, I needed to turn my shit around. And, you know, and also saying that too, whānau, I know that there'll be some whānau, men and women out there that may be just afraid to do that, but, you know, reach out, Just reach out to people that are there, you know, support. We had such massive support around us as well. There is some good help out there. Just message Tans, because fuck, we've had all the rubbish ones. So we'll tell you why not to go. So, but yeah, just old, maybe remember when you weren't using. Remember how your life was when you weren't using. How you felt, how in love you were with your partner. When you weren't on the gear, or when you weren't addicted to alcohol, whatever it is, you know, just remember and open up. I think men, open up. Gotta open up, men, or else it's just gonna eat you away inside, and then fuck, it'll just tear you up. Mean is, bro. Fuck. Is there anything else you want to share with us?
Nah, I'm good.
Mean,
but yeah,
bro.
Look after yourselves, whānau. Bless. Thank you for listening.